Good morning, children. And today's topic is the moon. So, first I'll read this topic for you once, then I'll go with the explanation part. So, I request everyone to take page number 8. Open page number 8. Yes, page number 8. The moon lesson in your course book. Take out your course book, keep in front of you. Open page number 8. The moon. The moon is the natural satellite of the earth. Just as the earth revolves round the sun, the moon revolves around the earth. It takes 27 days to complete one rotation on its axis. It takes the same time to complete one revolution around the earth. The moon is about 3,84,400 kilometers away from the earth. It has no light of its own. It reflects the light of the sun. Phases of the moon. The shape of the moon seems to change every night because of the position of the moon with respect to the sun and the earth. The different shapes of the moons are called phases of the moon. When the moon comes between the earth and the sun, we cannot see the moon from the earth. This is called the new moon, or in India it is called as Amavasya. In 2 or 3 days time we can see only a small part of the moon. This is called crescent moon. Within a week, we see half of the moon called the first quarter. When we see more than half of the moon, it is called the next position, that is the gibbous moon. In 2 weeks' time, we see the full moon. It is known as Paurnami in India. Yesterday it started already. Started crescent moon. From yesterday we can see the moon again starting. On 15th it was Amavasya, no? On 15th Sunday it was Amavasya, and slowly the moon started increasing its size. Yesterday it started. Yesterday I saw. So today you do one thing. You go outside and see in night time around 6:30 to 7 o'clock you see. You can see the crescent moon. Yes. Now let us come to the topic, the moon. The moon. The moon is the natural satellite of the earth. It is the natural satellite of the earth. Satellite means what? Which revolves round the planets. A satellite is the heavenly body which revolves round the planet. So it is a natural satellite. Natural satellite means man has not made it. Yes, at the time of formation of universe, this moon has formed. So the moon is the natural satellite of the earth. It revolves round the earth. Just as the earth revolves around the sun, the moon also revolves round the earth. See, in the solar system, all the 8 planets are revolving round the sun. Yes, children, listen carefully. In the solar system, all the 8 planets are revolving round the sun. So, planets revolve round the sun, satellites revolve round the planets. So, moon is the only one satellite of the earth. It revolves round the sun. And how many days it takes to complete its rotation or revolution? So, actually moon, it rotates on its own, and it revolves round the earth also. So, it takes 27 days to complete one rotation and 27 days to complete one revolution around the earth. Yes, children? It takes 27 days to complete one rotation. Rotation means moving on its own axis. Revolution means moving around the sun. Sorry, around the earth, like this. You can see here. See, it takes the same time to complete one revolution around the earth. The moon is about 3,84,400 kilometers away from the earth. The moon don't have light of its own. The light coming from the moon is the reflection of the sun. You can see in this picture earth with moon. Yes, then earth is revolving round the sun. Moon is revolving round the earth. Look here carefully, don't get confused. Sun is in between. All the planets are revolving round the sun. Earth is also one of the planet which is revolving round the sun. And around earth, moon is revolving, and moon also rotates. Okay, so to complete one rotation or to complete one revolution means, what do you mean by rotation and revolution? Rotation means moving on its own axis around itself. It completes one rotation in 27 days and it goes around the earth and it takes 27 days. Both the times same only. 27 days for rotation and 27 days for revolution. So this is about the rotation and revolution of the moon. Okay, see, rotation means moving on its own axis like this. Move along its own axis like this. So to complete one rotation, it takes 27 days. And revolution means to go around the earth. To go around the earth. So total for two activities, it takes 27 days. Next. So while rotating and revolutioning, so what's happening? It changes its phase. There are differences in the moon. We can see differences in the moon. So these differences are called as phases of the moon. They call as phases of the moon. The shape of the moon seems to change every night because of the position of the moon with respect to sun and the earth. Moon is in such a position that the shape of the moon changes every night. I said no. It is rotating itself, it is revolving round the earth, and the position is in such a way that the shape, it can change its shape every night. So today is one shape, tomorrow is another shape, day after tomorrow another shape. One time you can't see the moon at all, one time you can see the full moon. So all these changes, all these different shapes of the moon are called as phases of the moon. You call it as phases of the moon. So these are the different phases of the moon. See, you can see here in the first picture, you can see here new moon means completely you can't see the moon. And that new moon is called as Amavasya in India. We call Amavasya. Next, waxing moon. First quarter, waxing gibbous. Then full moon means increasing. From new moon, totally slowly it will increase its size and becomes into full moon. And when the full moon comes, no, full moon is called as Paurnami in India. So November 30 is Paurnami. Again, you can check in the sky. Complete full moon you can see on November 30. This month 30. Then from after full moon, what happens? Again, slowly it decreases. Then it becomes waning. Okay, waning. Gibbous moon, third quarter, waning crescent. Again, Amavasya, new moon will come. So this is a complete circling process. Every month two types, like two types of moons, uh, two sessions, like you may call it as two sessions, new moon, full moon. So every 15 days, once in a 15 days. So first you can see a new moon, then you can see a full moon. So these are the different phases of the moon. How this is possible? When the moon comes between the earth and the sun, we cannot see the moon from the earth. When the moon comes between the earth and the sun, yes, it is coming between the earth and the sun, we cannot see the moon. So that's the reason this is called as new moon, or it is called as Amavasya in India. So this, when the moon comes in between the sun and the earth, you can't see it, and it is called as new moon day or Amavasya. Like this. After new moon day, again slowly it increase, and that is called as crescent moon, then half moon, then full moon. Again the cycle starts. Again full moon, slowly it decreases. Yes, then comes to half, then gibbous, then new moon. Like this. It in 2 or 3 days we can see only a small part of the moon. This is called crescent moon. Okay, in 2 or 3 days. Of what? Of Amavasya. In 2 or 3 days of new moon day, again slowly the moon starts increasing its size. And this is called as crescent moon. You call it as crescent moon. Then within a week, we can see half of the moon, which is called first quarter. Half of the moon you can see, and it is called as first quarter. Then slowly as the days increases, we can see the moon more than half, and it is called gibbous moon. 3/4 of the moon you can see, and it is called as gibbous moon. See. And within 2 weeks again, you can see the full moon, and it is known as Paurnami in India. See, full moon alignment of sun, earth and moon. Now the moon comes, now the earth comes in between the sun and moon. So complete sun rays falls, then you can see the moon completely. That's the reason it is called as Paurnami. Okay. Now I'll show you one video.